Hi, this is John. I'm with 4.5. We handle internet marketing for property managers. And this week I want to talk about a question I have for you. And that question is, are you on autopilot when it comes to advertising in the Yellow Pages? Last year I was talking with one of our longtime customers, and I had asked him to do a study and take a look and say, hey, how much are you spending on the Yellow Pages? How much does it cost you? And he went back, and his number from the last year shocked him enough that he went back a number of years to see how his stats had come up over the number of years in his spend. And he was spending an incredibly large amount of money on the Yellow Pages. And I'd asked him, I was like, well, how many leads are you getting? And he's like, that's the point. He says, I have no idea. I said, well, then why were you spending that money? And he said, specifically, he's like, I was just on autopilot. For years, that's where you'd advertise. You'd advertise on the Yellow Pages, and just, every year I'd talk to it and I'd just write that money off and I'd spend it. But he wasn't getting his return on investment. He knew that. He had done his numbers. He knew that he wasn't getting anything out of his Yellow Pages advertisements. And that's what I want to talk to you about. Unless you know you're getting something. Are you tracking it? Are you sending it to a special phone number? Are you sending it to a special landing page? Do you have hard numbers saying that you are actually getting leads out of this? I would take the idea that you're getting any business out of this with a high dose of skepticism. Here's why. 80% of people use the internet to search for local businesses. Search for anything. So that automatically means that the paper copy is not really necessarily giving you that much. But it's also possibly the least expensive part of those ads, and there are people that don't. Like I said, there's 20% of people that don't. Maybe you want to catch those guys. Great. But just put in name, phone number, website, really. And if they're going to find you on the internet, those 80% of the people, they're going to a search engine. So then how are they going to find your enhanced ad on yellowpages.com? This is going to be one of two ways. Either one, the Yellow Pages listing of property management ranks high in Google search, or people are typing in Yellow Pages and then looking for property management. So let's talk about that. So we did a check and looked at a number of large cities, a number of smaller cities, and to see where when we did a search for Atlanta property management or Santa Rosa property management, how far down the Yellow Pages showed up on that. Were they showing up on the top page? Yellow Pages, expensive domain. Shouldn't they rank? Well, when we looked up, for example, Atlanta was on the 9th page. 9th page, nobody's going there. And nobody's going to go to the 9th page, then click on the Yellow Pages, and then go through a number of other pages looking for your enhanced ad. Santa Rosa, it was on the 5th page, but when we clicked through, we found out that it wasn't even Santa Rosa here in California, right next to me that it was showing. It was showing me Santa Rosa, Florida, which is not what I was looking for. That didn't help us at all. So they're not going to get through that way. So number two, maybe people type in Yellow Pages and then look at it. Well, we went on to Google, find out how many times it was being searched per month in the United States, and it was being searched 1.8 million times. Now, property management itself is searched 90,000 times. So you say, oh, well, that's a big difference. But actually, 90,000 is 5% of 1.8 million. So theoretically then, you are only going to get your bang for your buck if the number of people that look up the Yellow Pages and then try and look up property management is greater than 5% of the people looking it up. And I think we both know that that is not the case. In reality, it's less than 1% of the time. You're competing against restaurants, lawyers, plumbers. Those are the people that people generally go to the Yellow Pages for. And so your money is better spent going after ranking directly for property management. And we only added up the numbers for the words property management alone. We didn't look up property manager, rental home management, any of the other myriad number of ways that people look for property management online. And it still was 5% of that number. So I would not do that, because the other thing is it adds friction. What we're all about this year at 4.5 is removing friction from the searching and buying process. Make it very easy for somebody to find you and then go straight to getting in touch with you and signing that contract. Adding another click where someone has to click on the Yellow Pages and then find your ad, that just adds friction. And the likelihood that anybody is finding it is very, very, very low. What we're suggesting is take that money that you're putting into Yellow Pages and put it into some other area of marketing, somewhere that you know you're getting a return on your investment, or something that you can prove you're getting some click-throughs on that. I mean, Google AdWords is very expensive, but if you showed up even one time a month on the front page, it's more often than you're going to show up with advertising in the Yellow Pages. To close up, think of it. Where is that money going that you're spending on Yellow Pages? All they're doing is adding words to a site, and it's very expensive to do that. Well, I kind of know where it is. One of my relatives sells Yellow Pages ads for a living. He drives a Mercedes. Do you drive a Mercedes? If you have any questions about this or anything else that has to do with digital marketing, give us a call here at 4 1/2.